All right, hi guys. I created a calendar. This is my first round of this, so I just called it Gold House Google Calendar, or I can't remember. Maybe that something like that. Anyway, as an example, just to sort of show you what I did. So I took Dave's, and you all should have gotten an invitation or I shared it with you, so you should have gotten an invitation to share it, and should have access to add and delete and things like that. So this, what you're looking at, is just an example, and then essentially the screen you're looking at is what I would screenshot, and then give to the kids on for a week. So if I go up real quick, let's say Janet, let's say you decide that you're going to have 1 to 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we can go in and I just click on that box and I want to slide it up so it says, whoops, so it says 1 to 2. I'm just going to adjust that, and then I can go in and put math. Whoops, let's put Mrs. Schuster Google Math Google Meet, just so it fits the format of the rest. And then click Save, and then let's give you a color. And if you look up here, you notice I put it under yellow. So I'm just going to right-click that, and it'll change to yellow. So now yours are color-coded. And again, this will be a screenshot, not printed, so the kids will see the color-coded, and they'll say, oh, blue is Mr. Black, red is Mr. Bukowski, yellow is Mrs. Schuster, orange, orange. So Dave, I would have to go and change you to orange here. And then we each have a color-coded thing. So then we added Janet if that was the time you chose. I'm going to delete everything other than Dave, the 2 blue times here, and then the 2 orange times that Dave already has, because I'm going to do mine 1 to 2 to start with. And that can fluctuate if we need it to. So as an example, that would be how to add that. So then I put up here, I thought, if we're just going to screenshot this, and these times don't really matter, one, they can be deleted after we do the screenshot, but I thought we could add in. So for example, you see science, they're doing Rube Goldberg drawings, 20 to 30 minutes. Math, I just made this up, obviously. Area and volume, 20 to 30 minutes. If it's 30 to 60, then we need to put that in there with with honesty on what we think it'll be, because then I might say, you know what, let's do a work day that day or whatever. And then you'll see social studies. Dave again made something up, 30 to 40, and then I forgot to put in a time, so I can click on that event and edit it, and I can go up to the title up there and put Gavin. Let's say it took 40. You're thinking 40 to 60 minutes by the time they're reading, and pull things out, and then I can change that. So these are set as appointments that we could delete if we need to, although nobody's adhering to this calendar anyway in terms of that stuff, although it might show up on, if you link the calendar to your phone or anything like that, although we know this particular calendar is just the Gold House one. So what I did here, you can do the same thing. We can you can either copy this every day, whoops, so I can go on and edit it, and then just I can modify it so that it does repeat daily, and then save that, and I should see that across the calendar, and that should go in the next one too, and then I can repeat this one too, and so forth. Matt and Janet can go on. Ooh, too many buttons going on at once here. Hang on, sorry. Janet can click on that one, go to edit, repeat daily. Not that we would want the same assignment to be repeated daily, but now what I can do is I can go on and I can edit this particular event alone. So this might be Rube Goldberg begin build, and maybe I want them same deal, 20 to 30 minutes. So I think that's where we're at that. Now the only thing I don't know, let me save it and make sure it doesn't change so we're just changing rather this event, not all events. So then we would change, and now when I go back, begin build. So yeah, I can do this right now where I just left click and then repeat it daily, and then everybody's is there, and then we can just go to our calendar and change what's going to happen for the week. Daily, And yeah, so then you would enter your times. There's our meet. I could even put in that, I don't know that I'll put in my content meeting time with Zach because I think that'll change from week to week. Plus, this is for our house. So at any rate, just getting used to this. But so then once you get the two yellow and then Gavin, whatever your Google Meet time, if you're going to set those, once you get those in, then this would be the screenshot of what the kids would get. So they could look each day, and we can even do a little screencast video like I'm doing now and say, all right, guys, when you look, here's your expectation for math, or for science rather, each day, math, social studies, English. It could also be done like Malia and Josh. And I know, Keely, you had like some invitations you wanted to put out for certain reading events and things that you wanted to do. So you could just add that event, pick a different color, maybe purple or something. And Malia, if you wanted to host, Malia's or Mrs. Miller's, I know you had like a study hall class, and not study hall, but intervention class. You could put intervention class meet, put it on there. Just another tool so the kids can look at this and say, okay, and obviously they'd have to disregard the times. I don't know. I'll mess with it and see if there's a way I can hide the times. The other option would be to do this once a week where we add all of these in and then just go back and take them out and delete them. So I'm going to delete them right now just until I get your approval. But anyway, this would be one idea that we could have. And it's real easy to delete stuff. I mean, you just clicking on delete, and I can delete all events for that. Same deal. Delete all events. So I'm going to do that anyway, and then we can always add them in. They're super easy. So you let me know what you think. Respond to my email after I post this, and we'll go from there. It's a start. So, and we can invite other people to look at this and share it, but they just can't touch it. They can't. All of us have access to change it. But and then Lance or whomever, I don't know who we'd want to share it with, can look and say, oh, okay, well, this is when they meet. This is when they meet. Might be useful in that sense too. Okay, sounds good. I'll send it to you.